Murray makes a move. Gonzalez.
Inevitable. Fucking inevitable. It was one of the most fun playoff games I've ever watched, man. One of the most insane fourth quarters. And it was special, right? From LeBron hitting 3-pointers and having one of his best all-around old man games ever in terms of controlling the pace, in terms of, defensively, he was sensational. Even though offensively, I did think he looked a little old at times and had some, once again, he only had 2 turnovers, but it felt like more in real time. I don't know, I might be wrong. But he had an incredible game. Anthony Davis had probably the best 3 quarters of his life in the playoffs, and especially that first half where he was making everything. And you could say he was cooking Jokic because he was, but at the same time, I was like, I don't think Denver is that worried about him just making what is it? What did it be like? He had 14 of 19 at the end of the day, like 20 shots, like he did over Jokic in the first half. So, AD had one hell of a game. D'Angelo Russell actually bounced back. I just dislike the guy, but he did bounce back. He had a solid game, even though he had some really bad timing turnovers. But he hit 7 3-pointers. He hit a clutch bucket that could have been an end one, should have been an end one. Say whatever you will. 23 points. I think it probably should have been an end one, to be fair. And LeBron has a right to be mad at the replay center, but at the same time, I know the Lakers drive well, but I don't think they have defenders that defend without fouling, like, for example, Nick Wright does. I think they just get, luckier on the whistle, or it's the Lakers whistle. I don't know. I know LeBron doesn't get the calls he deserves, but I mean, shit, I would say everyone else has usually gotten the fair share of calls outside of this game where they finally didn't win the free throw line battle, which I'm excited about because fuck the Lakers. Yeah, I'm getting my personal feelings involved here. I just dislike the Lakers. I feel like they're just privileged, man. They're just privileged. And to be fair, Warriors fans are too, right? And I am too as a Warriors fan, but I think we all could do more with more. We all could do better with more self-awareness. And the Lakers, to just say it's because they drive more and they have one of the best defenders in the league in Anthony Davis, and that's why they have such a huge free throw that discrepancy just is dishonest, and you're not watching the games if you feel that way, in my opinion. Uh, I'm not saying that they shouldn't have some type of a free throw discrepancy where they should have more free throws than the other teams, because I think they should most of the games, but it should not be like it has been. That's my opinion at the end of the day. But I got away from a special game, right? LeBron had those 2 3-pointers in the fourth quarter where it was like huge. Had a steal on Jamal Murray where he just had a fast break dunk that was absolutely sensational. And then Michael Porter Jr. hits an insane 3-pointer. That was, I don't know if lost in the shuffle, but that was fucking awesome and sensational. Then you have the D'Lo bucket, Jokic obviously doing his thing, and then Jamal Murray just coming up alive in the nick of time, 9 of 24. But he was emptying the clip, and you rather go down swinging with your stars shooting than not. And he did show up in the fourth quarter. He was 4 of 6 in the fourth quarter, hit the 2 biggest shots of the night, the game tying for 99-99, and the game winner, obviously. That was reminiscent of the Kawhi shot in terms of placement and in terms of the celebration on the bench. Obviously not the roll, and it went so cleanly in that it was just goosebumps, man. That's why we love basketball, right? If you're not a Lakers fan or like a huge Nuggets hater because whatever reason, I understand. I'm a Lakers hater, right? So I get it. But if you're a neutral on or don't have any alliance with the other team, or even if you have, you gotta admit that was one of the craziest shots and one of the most insane endings to a game in a long time, and one of the most exciting nights in the NBA in a long time with the next game meshed into it. And Denver, man, Denver is just inevitable. They shot 8 of 34 from the 3-point line, and they still managed the way to win. And Jokic, man, he was getting cooked by AD, quote unquote, but he still was more impactful. And like he bullied AD in that fourth quarter with some moves that I was like, It's Anthony Davis, and he's doing him like this, man. He's doing him like he's nothing. Shit's insane. 27-20 and 10 for Jokic, man. Best player in the league, best player in the world, without a single doubt. And what a game by him, man. What a game by him. What else is there to add, right? Gotta give credit to the Lakers defense. They were good. And to the pick and rolls with AD, right? AD making his mid-range jumpers and those shots over Jokic. To D'Lo stepping up. But at the same time, Rui Hachimura is fool's gold, in my opinion. Fool's gold from last year's Memphis series. He's a bad defender. I would argue he's worse than D'Lo. Well, certainly worse than Austin Reeves, who I think tries. But D'Lo is a bad defender, and I think Rui Hachimura is 10 times worse. I just think... I don't want to hate on him. He seems like a good guy, and he had his moments, but... I just feel like he's a fake player, man, and you shouldn't be playing 37 minutes, certainly. But, I mean, to be fair, Spencer Dinwiddie shouldn't be playing, really. Gabe Vincent gives you nothing, unfortunately, which I was expecting more from him. Jackson Hayes, I guess, is unplayable. So you could give those minutes to Taurean Prince, who actually played solid, and I think he's more of a tough guy and more of a gamer also, so maybe could be the way, but at the end of the day, Denver is just special, man. Shout out Christian Brown, he gave them good minutes. Michael Malone, I thought, coached a great game, bringing Jokic in earlier, encouraging Jamal Murray, right? Michael Porter Jr. continues to be a sniper, and he's played great. Great rebounder, man. And he does a lot more than you would think, just like Uncle Alchemy said yesterday. Not just a huge, not just a 3-point shooter. That's not all he is at the end of the day. But it was also nice that they switched. They put, how did they actually do it? They had AG on AD in the last possessions, and KCP on LeBron, actually. And KCP gave him some trouble, which was interesting. So that is that. Heartbreaker for the Lakers. Heartwarmer for me. And we'll see what happens. I'm excited to watch Game 3. How will the Lakers respond, especially after the crying to the media? Fuck D'Lo. Fuck the Lakers. But otherwise, we can't also vent to others. I'm sorry, Lakers fans, but it's a little bit pretentious. Much like when Warriors fans cried that, Steph doesn't have much help. Even though this year you could argue he didn't, but, overall and shit. Or much when Warriors fans cry about some things. I can think of a thing, but Warriors fans also have these type of people who can't be self-aware enough. But, yeah, that's just the majority of yours. Yeah. Good game, great game, fun night. We can't trust off to others. Live on, baby. Keep on rocking in the free world. Shout out Nardvar. And I'll catch you all with tonight's games, right? Phoenix, Minnesota, Indiana, Milwaukee, Dallas, LA. I'll be here tomorrow, just as always.
Best players for the Nuggets in Murray and Jokic, so they can switch. Murray's got 12 here in the fourth. Defender falls. LeBron 3. Rebound.